project is to continue on the effort to change this Camaro from a drag car to a street car. In doing so, we have to initially we have to get rid of. We got a lot of mosquitoes around here. We have to change this radiator because we discovered a leak. One of the drag features is in a drag race. Obviously, it's only in this car's case probably 9 seconds. Mm-hmm. But you don't need a good heavy duty, like robust cooling system in those situations. They have this fan here that they use to cool the engine down. You see, it's like a. I think this more resembles a windmill more than it does a fan.
A windmill.
Yeah. This is like a windmill.
Yeah, I think it's not
like from the 1920s. So we're gonna take this whole thing out. Obviously, we can't find a radiator that's just like this because this is super old. It has the epoxy joints, which is not the best radiator, the best quality. The new radiator that we have is a Griffin, right?
No, it's oh, actually maybe. Yeah, it's a Griffin.
It's a Griffin with nice fans to cool this beast down. So they're pretty good fans. It's a nice radiator. So we're gonna put
came with the shrouds though.
Yeah. My fear is that it's not going to fit very well, so we're gonna have to do some modifications. So
yeah,
that's where we're at now. So all right. So the next thing we need to do is drain the water, start taking everything apart. All right. This is this seems epoxy repair. So we'll have to find another container for that. And this is the hold down fixture for the radiator. This is not going to work because the radiator that's coming out is a lot thinner than the radiator that's going in. So we'll have to devise a new hold down strategy. So this is the old support for the radiator. We're gonna have to fab another one of these up as well. I guess, I don't know if I spoke before, but I think this car was built in the 80s or maybe 90s, early 90s. So a lot of the stuff that is available now obviously wasn't available then. Mm-hmm. So let's do a mock-up and see how well the new radiator would sit in here.
Oh yeah, way wider.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
How's the width though?
The width is fine. The thickness
is
fine. Yeah, I guess it'd be the width, right? Yeah, that'd be the width. Mm-hmm. Width and the length. So the length is
too long.
Yeah, it's about an inch longer. No, maybe an inch and a half. Yeah. So let's set the radiator, actually the new one, in the car to see. This is one of the smallest radiators we could find, but that would support cooling this big motor down.
Yeah.
This is a 540. Is that what you said, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, 540.
So you need it's a small car, so there's not a lot of real estate. So we got the biggest radiator we could find that would fit actually in the car.
Yeah.
With reason.
Yeah, it's hitting the frame
A little bit.
So that's hitting.
What's that?
The is that the inlet? Yeah.
Oh yeah. We'll have to raise it up a little bit. Well, we're gonna have to do a little bit of surgery on the radiator. We'll have to do a little bit of surgery on the frame. This motor makes roughly 800 horsepower. So we're gonna need to fit at least this size radiator in the car in order for it to have the cooling capacity that it needs. So this is going to be the so it's not just simply swapping the radiator out.
Yeah.
So we're swapping the radiator out because it leaked, but we're also converting it to a streetcar. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of use some creativity. I think we'll be using the
Plasma cutter. Yeah.
to make some bracketry. We'll be cutting some notches out of the frame to get everything to fit well. But once we're done, it'll be
Worth it.
it'll be worth it. It'll be reliable. You should be able to drive it to Las Vegas and not worry. So that's what we're doing. These are the lower radiator brackets that we're gonna fabricate. So we're already, well, we're halfway fabricated.
Just gotta finish this out.
Gotta finish the fabric. All right, yeah. This is what you call fitting like a glove. No vibration, no sloshing around. I wouldn't say sloppy. Slopping around.
Sloppiness.
No slop. So that's gonna sit just like that. That's the new supports. Now we'll make a base plate that will accommodate these. We'll countersink these. We'll countersink some screws into the bottom of it, and that's what the plate will mount to. The new mounts are in place. They're tacked. So if you see over here, you can see the two steel mounts. They're not painted yet. Yeah, right there.
Can you get the camera down there? I mean, I can see it from here,
Yeah,
but
right there.
okay. You put one on each side, or
One on each side.
and what are those for?
A better shot under here. Those are the radiator mounts. So, see here. You can kind of see that. That's what we got. So, I'm working on that, and specifically, I'm working on the struts to basically hold the radiator in place.
You just made those?
Yeah. So, there's one gonna go on this side like so. gonna go like that. One on each side. So actually there'll be a rod.
And what is the
Horizontal.
purpose of these?
So this rod will keep it from going front to back. And then there's gonna be a vertical rod shared by the same shear, the same mount. It's gonna go straight down to the frame, so it'll hold it down into the sockets or the receivers that we made. So there's one on each side.
For stability or?
Yeah, so this basically mounts it. It doesn't have a traditional frame, so you have to make everything.
Oh, I see.
So normally you would just put it in there, you put top plate on there, done. But this is a race car, so it's a little more difficult, a little more involved. So we have to get creative with the mounting geometry. So basically these are just tube nuts on each side and with stainless steel rod with them heim joints. And so we'll make some spacers and mount it all up. Alright, so we're back on the Camaro today. We finished up with the lower mounting of the radiator. So it consists of 2 plates that are 1/8 inch thick with some dimple dies and some geometric strengthening features. Then we have a stainless plate that we machined up, dimple dyed again, bent the corners up, machined some Delrin. Basically it's a slit fit, or I don't say a slit fit, but like an interference fit for the radiator so it holds it in place. We got the tie rods done. So these are going to mount to this position here. It's going to control the radiator horizontally so it doesn't move backwards or forward. And then we're going to tie those into these frame rails here, and that'll be that'll hold it down and from moving around on the base. So it'll be one there, one here, and a repeat on the other side. So this consists of, this is stainless, 1/2 inch, 58 thousandths wall, and then it has a 5/16 tube nuts welded on both sides, machined down. So that's done. We'll need to make 2 more. Let's see. And then on the radiator side, tabs are in place, so the rods are going to mount to these. And then let me lift it up real quick. So it's welded on the inside, here, there. Then the brace. This alone is not enough to account for vibration and bumps and stuff. Yeah, because if the radiator holds about 2 gallons, water is about 7 pounds a gallon. So that's 14 pounds of water, plus the radiator is probably 15 pounds. That, bumping them down, this will end up cracking. So to address that, I just cut these up this morning, designed these up. So these will sit around here like this, and it'll be welded here to here, and then all this will be welded. That'll tie everything together over a larger surface area. So it's very strong and it won't go anywhere. Just got to clean them up and then get them in position. So we got everything painted, welded. The base plate is kind of mocked up in place. So now we just need to drop the radiator in, and we have the struts semi-mounted. So I'll do that now. All right. got the radiator mocked up. The feet for the radiator are welded, painted. Everything's in place. Everything looks like it fits pretty well. Looks good. Paint matches pretty well. Thanks to what?
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly. The only thing left to do, as far as the radiator is concerned, is to put the vertical strut bars. So we need to make a strut bar from here to the front here, and so this strut bar is designed to keep the radiator from moving forward and aft. This strut bar will be designed to keep the radiator seated into the fixture. So once that's in place, then we need to bend this here, flop it down. So this part is going underneath. We can't do it the way it is now because the distance between here and here is different, and the side panels won't mount. So we'll have to bend this down. Either bend it down or cut it, so that I don't know if I want to have this in front of the radiator. It's probably not a good idea.
Well, you can bend it down and cut it so it's got a radius and it doesn't have a hard.
Exactly. So we'll do that, and then the wiring still needs to be done. Right. So we'll run 6 gauge, or either 6 or 8 from the battery to the relays. And then we'll use the existing switch to arm the relays. And if we go fuel injection, then we can just run the fuel injection off the fans. So. Okay.
Today I'm working on the 69 Camaro. I'm going to be wiring up the fans. I already started by mounting the relays, so I can make the wiring clean. And now I just have to finish making connections. Then after that, I have to install a alternator belt and fix the leak on the fuel pump. And then should be able to drive. Alright, so we had a fuel leak coming from the fuel pump, and I decided to take it apart and see where it was coming from, but I actually found some more problems. So the first problem was the magnets actually came out of the cylinder that the motor sits in. So the magnet's supposed to be on the outside, and they're supposed to be glued, and this goes in here and it spins like that. I found that this filter was clogged, and it had some foam in here sitting from, or some foam in here that came from the fuel tank. And let's see what else. We think that the leak came from this seal right here. So we had to buy a new seal for that, new O-ring. And these little magnets are a little beat up too, and these springs are weak. So this pump can use some maintenance. Other than that, it looked pretty good. Everything else is good. So what we did was we bought a new cylinder and motor kit. Comes with these new magnets. So it's nice. So now I'm going to replace that, replace the seals, and put it back together.
looks like we got the 69 out of the garage. How long has it been there? For 6 months?
For a while.
For a while, huh?
Yep. Just getting it ready for a test drive.
So, want to go over what we did?
Yeah. So, we installed a...
First of all, what is it?
It's a Pro Street 694.
What size motor?
I forget. What was it?
540.
Is it 540?
Yeah.
Oh. 540. Yeah, so we installed a Griffin radiator with 2 fans. What do you know what the CFM on the fans are?
I think it's 1,300 CFM a piece.
Okay.
So basically fabbed up all this gusseting,
Yep.
and the frame supports on the bottom. You see that? The reason we did that is because the radiator that was in it was
Way too
half the size of this one, and it's just for going down the track, and that's it. So the customer wants to basically convert this to a street car, so that's what we've been doing.
Yep.
And you put relays in, right? Did you got fan relays right
Yeah,
there?
got the relays in.
So nice.
1 per fan.
Nice. Okay.
And then we made some cool stainless mounts for it,
Yep.
upper and lower.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I know we made the valve covers, right? Fabbed those up, not the covers themselves, but the fittings and
we put a cap in it. A fill cap.
the
A
breather
breather.
system on
Canister.
there. Yep. So that's that. That's that one. And then today you put the
Overflow.
for the radiator.
Yep. And then
New fan belt,
new alternator belt. Yep.
new hoses, new front brake line down here.
Yeah, the other one was pretty janky.
Yeah,
And,
and
I
then
broke the line, and there was like no
no fluid in it.
it.
Yeah. So that we had to do that, and then you had to rebuild the fuel pump, right?
Yep. Yeah. So that's.
That's this deal here. I don't know if you can see it or not, right there. So that's rebuilt. So we kind of had to do it, take it apart twice because there's other portions of it that were not in good shape. So just made it so that it's legit. So now, the last time we took it out, it overheated, or it got hot, I should say. So
it got hot.
we didn't make it. We only made it down the street. So since we've had this car for, we've probably had it for like a year.
Probably. It's been a while.
And we have not been able to basically drive it at all, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go get gas, we're gonna fill it up, and then we're gonna take it on the cruise. And if it's good, then it'll be good. Should be done.
Yeah.
So, all right. Yeah, well, and we rebuilt the carburetor.
Yeah. That too.
So, but yeah, so let's take it out, and I guess we'll see. We'll see what's up. Okay.